Hey guys, I'm Michael. I'm from TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Guys, we get a lot of emails. We have a lot of videos on YouTube. And I've been noticing a little bit of trend on our living here type of videos. Ones where we're talking to people that live down here, or we're talking about things about living down here. And I'm noticing some trolly kind of spammy comments about Costa Rica sucks, you don't want to live there, it's not like it was 10 years ago, it's not cost effective, blah, blah, blah. Well, the major two themes I'm seeing is a, you don't want to move to Costa Rica because it's not cost effective anymore. And B, you don't want to move to Costa Rica because the crime is crazy rampant. So what I want to do is offer a little perspective on this. My editorial, I realize there's exceptions to every rule, but this is just a little perspective. All right, first of all, crime. Now, when they're talking about crime here, normally they're talking about, as it relates to the gringo expat community, usually it's about stealing and theft. Your chances or odds of being strong armed or that kind of crime is about the same odds as it is wherever you live, unless you live maybe in San Jose in the inner city. So, just so you know, when they're talking about crime, they're normally talking about stealing and theft. So, knowing that, if you are going to live here, you come down here, and what do? Wherever it is you're going to live, you're going to secure that place, that apartment, that house. Maybe if that's bars on the windows and doors, it's bars on the windows and doors. If that's a dog, that's a dog. If it's cameras, it's cameras. Or all those things combined, whatever. Whatever you have to do to secure your property is probably a good idea, because although they're sneaky about it, if your stuff is not secure, your chances of having something stolen from you are pretty good. But that said, now, who's saying that it's not cost effective anymore? That it was 10 years ago? Well, first off, I'm not sure what place is the same price as it was 10 years ago in anywhere in the world, but I understand what you're saying. But who's saying this? So I believe the people that are saying this, the people that are spreading this on Facebook, the people, that do their research or they're talking to people, are all in the same category. I think it's people that kind of have some money, a pretty decent income, a pretty good retirement, better than most, and they come down here and they want to duplicate or replicate the life they had wherever it is they came from, usually the United States, Canada, whatever. So they want what they want. They want their 3-bedroom house. They want their Kellogg Sugar Frosted Flakes. They want their 2,000 thread count sheets, and they're mad if there's not pure maple syrup in the corner market. So they want that. They're just trying to duplicate. Now, first off, if you're coming to Costa Rica or you're thinking about Costa Rica and the sole purpose is to save money, you're already making a mistake, because again, if that's the kind of life you want to lead and you're just hoping it's going to be cheaper, it's not going to be. There are some things that have gone up here. There's no doubt about it. That's true. But the thing is, these people don't want to make any changes, I think the people, and they talk to other people, again, when they're doing their research and homework, you gravitate towards people like you you may not be talking to or getting your information maybe from people like me, or people who have a different way of living down here. So they hear that, oh no, this has gone up, or I had to do this for my car, or this for that, and they're hearing that kind of information, and people, oh, it's just not like it used to be. And I guess that's semi-true, but what they don't do, these people aren't really wanting to change their lifestyle. They're not trying to change their way of thinking. They really don't want the simpler things in life, so they get mad that they can't have everything they want for cheaper, is basically what it is, and they complain about it. I'm telling you, I could do a whole nother video of 50 things of how you can do things cheaper, and you'd be probably pretty happy. We still have a video we made, I think 3 or 4 years ago. Look it up. It's called, I think, Living Pura Vida on the Cheap. Everything in that video is still true. The rent is still $230. This is the same price. That's the same price. And that was 3 or 4 years ago. And the information is exactly the same to this day. You can live here cheap, but you have to be willing to want to kind of change. And if you're not willing to change, you have no business coming here unless, again, you're ultra rich. So really, again, it is kind of true and it isn't kind of true. I'm just asking you, don't necessarily believe everything you hear from people that live here with an axe to grind. You know, when you do your research or homework, do varying opinions and perspectives, and you might get a better perspective on living here in Costa Rica. And you know what? These people are here, want to save money, want to duplicate their life. Actually, you don't really need to be here, to be honest with you. Anyway, guys, leave your comments, leave your opinions. If you have some experiences or, different, you want to say them. I could be wrong. There's definitely other perspectives out there. Anyway, guys, I'm Michael Lau, travelcostarica.now.com. Peace, guys. Hope it helps.